I've been a kip in the van and I thought I'd come back out for a walk, and do you believe it or not, I slept till 11:30. So I obviously needed me sleep. I've had some nice breakfast. You may have seen a video of it at some point. And I'm just going to have a walk around now. I thought I'd go for a walk across Higger Tor, down to the next tour, and maybe come back round if I can. So that's the plan. I've got no actual photography plans at all, but I've already taken 2 handheld shots. I've just seen this big boulder with this big circle wear mark, you know, like where it's worn over the years. Obviously, I'm sure, I understand, as far as I know, these boulders were all underwater at some point. So the circles in it you get cut is where you get a stone or something that's circling around in the current, and that's what makes these circles. If I'm wrong, let me know. If I'm right, give me a thumbs up and say well done. So yeah, I've just taken a photograph of that because it just amazes me, absolutely stunning. It was massive. The hole was about 1.5 feet across, you know. So, and now that's cleared up a little bit as it was in the last video. I can see the tours over that side. I think that's possibly Bamford Edge. I'm not sure, possibly Bamford Edge. Yeah, we'll be looking down over Castleton. And then we've got Stanage Edge behind us. So I'm just going to have a walk round. If I find a few images I like, I'm going to take them handheld. I'll probably take them on my phone first to check them out and just see if there's anything nice and interesting. We've got some nice lines and stuff. Like I say, I've already taken a couple. One with the big like chair type thing with a bowl in it, and another one looking out across over the top with Bamford Edge in the background, you know, just because it looked good with leading lines. That's my plan. Have a walk around, see if I can find something that's interesting. There's a little bit of colour with a heather, and may only be handheld shots, we'll see. If anything's absolutely fantastic, then I'll stop and get them. But for now, it's just a walk, and I'm going to try and enjoy it. I'm off Higger Tor now. I'm just coming down the steps. They've actually put some steps in to keep people on the pathway and to help erosion, I suppose. So that's Higger Tor behind me now, which I've got to make my way back to at some point because the van's parked over the other side. When I'm trying to scout out a path, this path leads you all the way down to the next one. You can see there, this path's going to lead you all the way down to that one. I'm not actually sure what that one's called, so maybe you can let me know in the comment. It'd be quite nice of you. And then I'm going to try and make my way over from that one over to that one, and then try and come back. There's a path that leads around there, and there's a couple of trees over there that look quite interesting from the distance, so I might go down there. I have taken a couple of handheld shots, got some nice leading lines and the way the perspective works to lead you through the rocks and to take you into the background, so you've already seen them, I'm sure you have. This is a lot of just walking and talking and photographs, B-roll with music. It's a little bit different. I'm a bit chilled out, so I don't necessarily want to talk about photographs. I just want to enjoy the walk and bring you along with me, so I can show you where we are. Hope you don't mind. Hope you don't mind at all. Right, I'll get back to you when I get back to the next one. I'm now on the top of the other tour, and Tor, T-O-R. I keep calling it a tour, but it's not, it's a tour. So you can see now my Higger Tor behind me. So we've just come from up there. We're now on top of the next one. The next one's a little bit different in character. It's not got the big edge to it, but it's got some big boulders and a lot of heather sitting around, so that's pretty good. I remember doing a video from here a couple of years ago where I stood up on the rocks and I climbed up onto the top trying to get some different perspective shots, and yeah, it seemed to work all right. If I can find the link, I'll put the link up for you so you can have a look at that one. But it was some time ago. I was a bit of a fresh to vlogging back then, and I don't know if I've got any better or worse. I'm sure you'll tell me, but the heather's out. It's really nice. It's nice to see this. I don't see this very often because I normally miss the heather. I think it's possibly past its best, on its way out now. I'm not sure because it's still got some orange to it. So let me know whether that's before its best or past its best, because if it's before its best, I'll remember next time and I'll come back again. But if it's past its best, then I think it's past its best. Looking at it, it looks a bit dying, so it's past its best. So yeah, let's see if I can get something here, a shot of this big stone here, so I can get something with this, try and put a bit of the heather, whether it's dying or not, it's still colourful, and some sort of lines to lead you off up to Higger Tor where I come from. Maybe one or two. There's a nice interesting shaped rock here, so let's stick this in as well. See this one here, there's a nice interesting shaped rock there, so I like that, so I'm going to use that as well best I can. So shove a couple of images up, then I'll make my way down. I'm going to go to the edge actually and see which way the path leads. I'm going to go down and across a pathway. I just need to find a pathway, that's all. So I can't see an obvious path that leads over to Mother Cap. Now there's people walking down that way, and I know the main path goes down to the main road and along the main road, but I can't see a path that cuts across, and I can't see anybody walking across to give me an idea. Now there are some people over there. That may be a way round. I'm just not sure. I don't want to go all the way down to the main road and along the main road and back up and round. It just seems an awful long way. I'd like to stay on this if I can. I'll have a little look round, see if I can find a path. I've been on Google Maps, I've had a look, and there's a few sort of trails that lead through, but I can't see the obvious pathway to hit. So I'm going to go back round here, see if I can find one that leads back round. If not, then I'm going to head towards that tree via some other way. I don't know. I'd like to go up to Mother Cap though and then back round. Maybe I should just walk down here. Maybe I should just walk down here, see if I can walk up through the woods or up that way. And if not, I can always walk back, can't I? Yeah, maybe that's the plan. Oh, look at this. Oh look, I've just spotted this. This cannot be. That's man-made. That is definitely man-made. Look at this. That is man-made. It's square. I've never seen that before, so I'm going to get my phone out and take a picture of that. How freaky that was, a chance of catching that. That's like a, I don't know, some sort of tool washing, tool cooling. I don't know what it is. I did just show you a plaque though. Is the plaque anything to do with it? But this is definitely a square cut out formation. It's definitely been cut out and ground out, but there's definitely a pool of water there. Now I don't know if it's for drying tools or washing tools, or I don't know, but I need a snapshot just so a keepsake. I spotted someone. I have. This is giving me hope. I can now see a pathway. Have a little look down there and you'll see two people walking across that big heather mass there. They are somewhere around there. There's two people there, so there must be a path that leads me across this way and up. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to head down this one in front of me, wherever it is, it's down here, head across, up through the heather, up to the Tor, and then back round. Wish me luck. So I'm making my way across what's commonly known probably as the bog. You would not want to be putting your foot in that. There was another one back up there, so you ain't going through that lot. You've definitely got to stick to this bit where it's been worn in and people have been walking, because you put your foot in that, you'll probably be up to your bleeding neck, and that would not be funny at all. So yeah, keep to the path, don't wander off, and if you've got kids, put them on a lead. God, I've just seen a family walk past with a little kiddie with some boots on. They were really cool. Couldn't film them because he was only tiny, but getting his hands dirty and walking with his little posh boots. And they've got mum with them as well, and she had a new knee 6 years ago, so there you go, inspiration. Get on out and walk, get your walking stick, come out with your family, and they'll help you up these dodgy areas. It looks a bit squidgy around here, so I'm going to keep to the bit that I can see. Even this bit here looks a bit squidgy, but I'm going to keep going because I've seen people come across it, and I can hear it under the foot. So we'll get to the path, and I've seen some people going right, so I'm going to try and find a bit of a track right in a moment and make my way through best I can. If all else fails, I'll pick up the main path and head back, because I don't want to be too far off piste if I can help it. There's a path here. Let's stick to this. I'm not wandering off on my own. So I found a bit of a pathway that brought me through here. Now this is not a natural pathway, and you can see the way the colour of it is a bit boggy looking, so that's not a natural pathway, but several people have been through there. So just to cut my journey, I've managed to come through there. I haven't covered that myself, and I found a pathway now that definitely goes back this direction. So that's my plan, is to head this direction and see where this ends up. Oh, I don't know, it's just an adventure. I'm just having a walk. I just want to get to Mother Cap and then walk around past the trees. All alone, peace and quiet. I didn't even bring my radio with me. It's nicer. it's nice just to gather me thoughts, just to catch up with myself. I'm really busy most of the time. I've got a full-time job, as you know, and if you are new here, then I do have a full-time job as well as doing YouTube and photography, and I've got a couple of workshops coming up. I've got my calendar on sale. Check my calendar out. Shameless plug and all that. I'll put a link up to the top. My 2022 calendar's out. Please help support the channel by buying one. It really just recoups me costs, to be honest, but it does. It's much appreciated. I know it drives me forward if I know people like my photos and want to buy and purchase stuff. It does really mean a lot. So there's my shameless plug for my calendar. But yeah, I do have a full-time job. I do enjoy this at weekends and stuff. I just like being out. I'd love to do it full-time and be out in the open air all the time, but I just can't give up that job. I'm not designed to take risks like that, and neither's Mrs. C. Right, let's see if I can make my way across this boggy looking pathway. Oh dear. So I've conveniently had to put my waterproof on. It is spitting, and I've also put the cover on my bag. Now I know my bag's waterproof, but when I'm in the van, the less things that are wet the better. So if my bag's soaked, it's going to take ages to dry. If the water cover's wet, I can just flick it off and leave it outside to dry. So that's the idea of putting the bag on. And I've got my waterproof on just to save me clothes getting wet underneath. So I'm gonna have a snack now while I'm walking, a few mango chips, fruit for feasting, and I'm gonna feast on them. And I'm gonna carry on across this heather field now and see where it ends up, because I've got no idea where it's going. But people are coming across it, so it's gotta go somewhere. It's definitely gotta go somewhere. It's definitely a pathway. Unlike the other one that was a bit dodgy, this has got some rubble and stuff on it. It's either worn through, it's underneath the heather, or just been put down to help erosion again. But yeah, it's definitely a pathway. And there's definitely people walking across the top, so I'm going the right direction. Thank goodness. So if you look right up in the distance there's some people walking across the top there, and there's some more that way. So get to the top, I can go left. That's good news. I'm not lost, I know where I am, but I'm not going to get stranded, have to make my way all the way back round. I'm going the right direction, but I'm going to have to take this coat off again, because I can't walk in this sort of heat. It is quite warm, it's 5th of September, something like that, and I'm melting. So I'm going to have to take my coat off, and I'll see you when I get up to Mother Cap. You don't want to see me walking anymore, dear. I'll see you when I get to the top. I'm interested to know what that thing there is. Looks like a cage with a label on it. If you know what it is, let me know. So these have definitely got to be a couple of millstones in the working at some point. There's a big circular one there and a big circular one there, so I wonder how many people have walked past them and not noticed them, but they definitely were the starts of some sort of millstone. Almost positive. Both perfectly round. Right, I've just made my way up now to Mother Cap, and I'm just making my way up the side, It's quite an easy path, it's not too bad. There's a few rocks to step over, but it is kind of a marked out path. So we are nearly on the ledge, and then we'll be able to see what's going on at the top here. Oh, big step. Oh, here we go. We're now on the plateau. So we're going to make our way around here, have a look at this, have a look at this, have a look at this. See what's up here. I've not been up this one before, so I'm interested to see if there's anything I can get a couple of photos, a couple of photos of. And I'm going to sit down, a drop of water, a banana and an apple, and just chill out for 10 minutes before I make my way back to the van. That way. Back the way I come. So this is another one of them rocks that really does get me. Look at the top of that there. You can see where it's all worn out in the top again, where the stone's been rung in the top, but I just can't work out how it's got that position because it's really high and it sticks up out in the top corner. It's not like it's been sat flat. So yeah, absolutely fascinated by that. And I've managed to get a snap of it, which is pretty cool. So I think my time now is to get up on the top of there and have a quick look and see what everyone else is looking at. And then I'm going to have a look at another boulder. There's another boulder down there with some stone, with some sort of rock pool sort of holes in it. So I'm going to have a look at that as well. But yeah, first stop, get to the top of this, and then I'm going to have something to eat. Right, so like I said, I've made it to the top, and I've always got to get up on top of the rocks, haven't I? If you can see where I've come from, which is right back over the other side of there, we made it down to the Tor there. We come down through the heather, come back across, and we're up on the top of Mother Cap now. Now there is a car park right down the bottom there, which is your main car park for coming here, but that gets quite busy. So that's it, I think, for me. I'm going to sit down now, have something to eat, and then I'll make my way back. If I do get any more photographs, I'll stick them up on screen for you so you can have a look. But yeah, what a good little walk this was. So till next time, I'm going to say goodbye now. Ciao for now. See you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and yeah, don't forget my calendar. The link's down below. See you soon. Bye.